Hey, what's up, warm-up Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Yes, behind me, Giant Clefairy. That's one right there. Honestly, it's really good. I just wish they would put the seam on the back of it so they didn't get awkward little belly buttons, little awkward little flaps like right there in the front of them. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's just there. So enjoy staring at that for the entire video. You're welcome. Want to talk about something that was shown to me a couple days ago-ish. It was shown to me quite a bit. People were like, yo, have you seen this, bro? You seen what's going on with this stuff? You seen what everyone's favorite sweetheart on YouTube is doing? Yes, unfortunately, I've got some bad news to report. Sarcastically, of course. Ando, old Enlisted Leaf, he also took the Whatnot bag, apparently. They just got there, it's just right up there, just puppeting him, making him do some Whatnot garbage, as I say, you know, well... we'll just get into it real second. That's spoiler alert. It's not really that big a fucking deal. Well, I'll tell you why here in a sec.
This morning, I woke up to a message from Whatnot, and it read, "We've deposited $500 into your Whatnot account so that you can complete Paldea Fates in just 24 hours.
Whoa, $500 to complete a whole set in 24 hours, original and pocket filling. What a fantastic idea you got there, Ando. That's some good stuff. Paldean Fates. Well, what's up with these fucking Japanese cards on the front of this stuff right here? Look at all these Japanese cards that are going for Paldean Fates, not Shiny Treasure EX. It's nitpicking, I know, of course, but I did notice that. I've always found it kind of funny. I've seen people using Korean cards, too, when they're talking about Japanese cards, and it does bother me. I do notice it, and it's kind of like, man, can't even do like an ounce of research for your stuff, huh? Can't even verify the language. Why the fuck am I even watching you when you can't even do research on what language you're putting up? It's nitpicky, I understand, but still.
But there's a twist. I am not allowed to open a single booster pack here in my studio. Every pack opened has to be somewhere else. But then the crazy part was, if I managed to complete the entire set in just 24 hours, I would unlock the giveaway, which is none other than $500 worth of sealed Paldean Fates out of the Pokemon card vending machine. And I'm giving it to anyone in the comments that just leave their Whatnot username.
Dang, $500 additionally, so $500 in your account, and then $500 for the giveaway that is unlocked if you complete the challenge of getting every single card in 24 hours. That's what it is. So they're just throwing $1,000. Not to mention that beautiful link that you have in your actual description. If people sign up using your stuff, I mean, I guarantee there's a little bit of extra goodness there too, right? Look, I don't really care. The Andos on Whatnot, I'm just kind of nitpicking a little bit of things at this point. I don't really fucking care. You're going to see his comment section is way less aggressive, as well as Twice Baked Jake's. The reason Jake was so special and why his was so goofy, because he basically had a lot of people's mindsets where it was like, yeah, you should open your own packs, you shouldn't fucking do that stuff, Whatnot, and, you know, live breaks are kind of a joke. I don't like any of that stuff. And then Whatnot basically was like, hey, check this stuff out. And they like pull a rope and a bunch of cash falls on his head. And he was like, oh, all of a sudden I love this stuff. Guys, I was just kidding, by the way. Hee hee ha ha. And to my knowledge, I don't think Ando has ever done that. He's always been very open to any of that stuff. And you're going to see where his comment section is not roasting him for it. I mean, anything he's doing on Whatnot, absolutely anything he's doing, has to be better than the fucking StockX shit that he did back in 2021 or something like that, 2022, maybe 2021. I remember that shit extremely well. I remember fucking $50 for 3 packs and a signed energy from your favorite Unlisted Leaf. I do also recall that there was like, if you pulled one of the top 3 cards, I think, you'd get that grade. Of course, I think it was Charizard, Umbreon, and Magikarp. Don't fucking quote me from the actual, you know, the classic collection or whatever. But, I mean, anything's got to be better than that, right? Anything old Ando's doing has got to be better than that. Even his own product is better than that. Any of his stupid mystery packs or anything like that, I don't support that shit either. But it does raise a question on why certain Whatnot things are kind of weird. Why does the average person not like Whatnot? What is the fucking data? Why do people just not enjoy the fucking live action breaks and all that stuff? And I do think some people enjoy it. But why is there a section of the community that's just absolutely against anything Whatnot does? And as an average person who represents the average collection base, I think I can answer that question very concisely for people to fucking listen up, guys. This is what it is. So Whatnot, when in its conception in the past, previously, when it was doing all its stuff with Pokemon cards, when it started on there, it rewarded scammy, scummy people for doing scammy, scummy things. Back whenever fucking the eventing happened and scalping was an all-time high, Whatnot was right there to reward those suckers, to reward people for getting those packs, for scalping as much as they can, and basically saying, you know what, that's perfectly fine, you're selling these packs for 5 to 6 times the price. These stupid losers are paying that price, and to a degree, that is true. I think if you were buying at those packs, you were part of the problem. In fact, you might be more part of the problem than anything else. And I hope you lost a ton of money on your early investments. I really do, because it was fucking stupid of you to think that any of that stuff was going to be crazy valued during that time frame. It was whatever. But Whatnot has consistently allowed people to do that in the past and just reward those scalpers for doing anything and everything, while giving a big old middle finger to the average community base right there. Basically saying, oh, sorry, I don't care that you can't find product or anything like that. Yeah, we're rewarding people for, you know, standing outside, pushing people out of the way, and just clearing shelves anywhere they can. We're just giving it to them. And people remember that. People remember that really well. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. And a lot of the average collectors here were the trees. We were the ones that were kind of here. We had our roots built in. And a bunch of people came in here with fucking axes trying to milk us for everything they got. And you're seeing a lot of people leaving. And by the way, Whatnot didn't do anything to fix that. Nothing Whatnot has done has fixed any of that. Pokemon is the ones that fix that. They're the ones that decided to print more product so everybody can do that stuff, which I've noticed people kind of have a problem with now. All the investment bros are like, there's too much product now. We're not making any money anymore. What's going on? Why are they printing so much Scarlet and Violet stuff? I can't figure it out. And that's why they're doing it. It's because fucking Pokemon had to fix the problem that the fucking community base did, where they didn't want kids, average collectors, or anybody to fucking get Pokemon at retail price. They wanted you to pay 4 to 5 times the price in order to actually get it from other people. And that site actively rewarded it. They've done nothing to actually thwart that at all, and from what I've seen. And as far as I can see, I mean, yeah, like, people are actually giving away product on there a little bit more. Seems like Whatnot stepping in and trying to get some of their favorite creators on there and all that stuff. Look, support whatever you want. I'm not really, this is nothing against really Ando either. I don't think he's definitely not a hypocrite for any of that stuff. And like I said, anything's better than what he was enabling on his shit previously. But at the same time, I will not be using Whatnot. I don't trust anything Whatnot does. All it takes is for like 1 million, 2 million more people to be here in the fucking Pokemon side of the house, and the scalping is going to happen again. That's all it takes, by the way. And then fucking your least favorite Scarlet and Violet product is going to be back on the scalping, bro. And every single person's going to pay it, and every single person's going to think their fucking SAR fucking Chen Pao is going to be worth like $400 or something. Everyone's going to be pumping Iono fucking SARs. It could happen. It really could. All we need is more people here. All we need is another person influential to push people back into it. And Pokemon's just going to resolve that once again by printing more product. But it's going to take a little bit for them going down the line. They solved that, not Whatnot. They didn't do a fucking thing about it. They just let it roll, and what people are willing to pay is what people are willing to pay. And hey, that's cool. You can do that. That's fucking fully within your right. It is also fully within the average collector's right. They got fucked for those 2 years to be like, no, we don't support that. We don't like that. And scalping celebrations packs and Champions Path and all that stuff, yeah, wasn't super cool for the people trying to just fucking collect cards. I'm super happy we can collect cards now. I'm super happy things are affordable again. And just, I'm sorry, do what you want with Whatnot. It's just not for me. I hope that answers it, though. I hope that kind of explains why people have this disdain for Whatnot. That's aside from all the scams, alleged scams, excuse me, that happened on that website involving certain people, involving, you know, Blakey Breakies and stuff like that. It's just, that's beyond any of that and all the other things that they let slide for a little bit. I will say Whatnot does appear to be handling certain things like that better. The giveaways do seem to be a little bit more controlled and better in that regard too. And hopefully maybe some of these other creators, who knows, maybe they'll fucking turn everything around. But I don't know. The money is there, so we'll fucking see about that. That's all I got. Appreciate it, Virgin. See you later. Average collecting, baby. Fill those binders.